Payton is my brother's daughter, so she is the one kid that made me an aunt. She's always been an artist. Like from back in time, she was always doodling and drawing things, no matter what it was. It was just, she always had a pen and paper. Other than that, she's your typical, teenage, preteen girl. She loves her mom and dad and her family, and she's an only child, but just a fun little kid. She's a little kid. My son was playing football over in Lakota. So my brother showed up at the game, and normally he would have Payton in tow, and I was like, well, where's Payton? And he was like, she's had a fever for a couple of days. And I was like, oh, well, that's too bad, Didn't think anything of it. She had that fever all week. So Thursday they went in there, and I think they did some basic tests to see if she had this or that, and started tossing out names of things, and the one that jumped out was leukemia. And my sister is the less emotional of both of us, and so I remember her thinking, we don't know anything, we shouldn't overreact, and that's just one possibility. But that Friday night they did confirm it. Now luckily, if you call that lucky, she had ALL, which is the good leukemia and very curable, especially in children. So the protocol was pretty straightforward, and they knew exactly how to treat this and exactly what to do. And for some reason, that was mega comforting. So they immediately got her started on treatment, said, you know what, we're shooting for February 2017, which in October of 2014, that seemed like centuries away. She was stuck in that hospital bed. She couldn't go anywhere. They didn't want her to get contaminated with anything. She couldn't go down to the cafeteria. She couldn't go to the gift shop. She couldn't walk around the halls. She had to stay in that bed. And I think Payton was in that stupid hospital bed for months and months and months. I don't even think she even got to go home until maybe February. She spent Thanksgiving in there, Christmas, Halloween, she spent in there, and no candy, no costumes. Now we decorated her room and everything, but nothing fun like that. They would send her home eventually, but if she got sick or had a fever over a certain temperature, she had to immediately get back to a hospital. As much as they wanted to get her back into a routine and at school, her body was just taking its time getting back into it. Each and every time I see Payton now, I know she's getting better. I know she feels better. She's got her pen and paper out again. She wants to leave the house. She's excited to go back to school. Her hair's grown in and it looks a little bit different now than it did beforehand, which is super fun. It's almost back to the Payton we knew and loved before. We had participated in the walk because of Kelly Conway, and it was Cardinal's passion, and it meant a lot to our company, and we do a lot of awareness around it, and it was just like, wow, this is gonna have more meaning. If you can give back a little bit to an organization such as Light the Night, or to a children's walk here in Cincinnati, or whatever it is, if you can dig a little deeper and share, and maybe you're paying it forward so that you don't ever have to deal with something like that, potentially. Or if you can just put yourself in someone else's shoes, then maybe when you're faced with it, you'll have a compassion for what that person may be feeling, or what you're feeling personally. To have that support, to see those lanterns on that walk, of all these people that came out. Maybe you can't walk across the bridge because it's too much walking or it's too late. You can give in different ways. And even if it's a small amount of money, or even just a support or a handshake or a card, whatever it is, it's all very important. Having Payton be the Cardinal Hero this year, we may not see her as much as in person, but she knows and she can feel the love from a distance, and how she will be okay because of research and because of these phenomenal doctors that have this passion, and because people have donated. We can get rid of cancer forever. It's the worst. So she is a hero, and everybody who fights something like this is a hero. And I'm so grateful for Cardinal and for all their support and what we do for this organization. It does make a difference. It truly does.